You hear DevOps everywhere, but you're not really clear what's behind it. Is it a job, a culture, or just a buzzword? In this video, I'll show you how modern IT teams really work with DevOps, what tasks exist, and what that means for your everyday life when you enter IT. What DevOps really is. It used to be like this. Developers write the code, hand it over to operations, and when things inevitably go wrong, both sides point fingers. Developers blame operations for poor infrastructure, and operations blame developers for untested code. This often leads to delays, confusion, and poor collaboration. DevOps was created to eliminate this cycle and foster a more integrated approach. DevOps is not a single person or a team doing everything. Rather, it's a collaborative culture that emphasizes shared responsibility across all teams involved in the application lifecycle. Developers, operations, and sometimes even security teams work closely together to ensure the entire process, from planning to deployment, is seamless. The core idea is that everyone works together from the beginning to the end. Whether it's planning, building, testing, deploying, or maintaining the app, all teams are actively involved, ensuring the system is more stable, reliable, and agile. Automation plays a big role in making this process efficient, reducing the risk of human error, and helping teams deliver software faster without unnecessary drama. In short, DevOps is a way of working that transforms how software is developed and deployed, making it faster, more reliable, and more collaborative. The typical DevOps workflow. Let's look at what a typical DevOps workflow looks like today. Everything starts with developers writing code into a shared repository, usually with version control, for example Git. As soon as changes are pushed, a pipeline automatically starts. The code is built, tests run through, and it's checked whether everything fits together. If something goes wrong, you see it early, not only after release. If the code passes tests, it moves to a test or staging environment where the team checks behavior. Only after that, often at the push of a button, sometimes automatically, is it deployed to production. The trick, the process is defined so it always runs the same way and doesn't depend on magical hand movements of individual people. In operation, the application and infrastructure are permanently monitored, logs, metrics, errors. Anomalies flow back into planning, the circle closes. This way the system becomes gradually more stable instead of starting from scratch with every change. Role of automation and infrastructure as code. One of the most important aspects of DevOps is automation. Instead of manually clicking together releases or configuring servers individually, the goal is to automate as many steps as possible to streamline the process and reduce human error. Infrastructure as code is a key practice here. It means that instead of manually setting up servers, networks, databases, and security configurations, you define all of these components in code files. These files are stored in version control systems, reviewed by team members, and can be automatically executed to set up or update environments. The advantage is clear. When you need to set up a test environment, you can do so using the same code that defines production environments. This ensures consistency and minimizes the risk of discrepancies or configuration drift that might occur when environments are manually configured. If something goes wrong, you no longer need to search through logs or manually trace back steps. Instead, you can simply roll back to a previously known working version, drastically improving troubleshooting times and ensuring reliability in the system. Collaboration in the DevOps team. In a DevOps environment, not only technology changes, but also how teams collaborate. The line between different roles, such as development, operations, and even security, becomes blurred. These teams now collaborate from the beginning, not just at the deployment stage. The culture shifts toward more frequent and transparent communication. Regular short meetings like daily stand-ups are a key part of the process. In these meetings, team members openly share what they're working on, what challenges they're facing, and where they might need help. This open communication helps identify blockers early and fosters a problem-solving mindset. When things go wrong, it's no longer about finding someone to blame. Instead, the focus shifts to collaboration and learning. The team works together to analyze the issue, identify what needs to be adjusted in the process, and implement solutions to prevent similar issues in the future. It could be more tests, better monitoring rules, or clearer definitions of done. These learning loops are central to the DevOps philosophy. The idea is to continuously improve, getting faster but also more stable, ensuring smoother deployments over time without sacrificing quality. Which skills you need for DevOps? If you want to work in a DevOps environment, you need a mix of technical skills and soft skills. Technically, a few things are especially important. First, programming or scripting basics, for example in Python, Bash, or PowerShell. Second, confident handling of Git and pull requests. Third, basic understanding of cloud platforms or modern infrastructures. Fourth, basic knowledge of how CI/CD pipelines work and how to configure them. And fifth, basic monitoring and logging understanding, so where you look when something doesn't work. Soft skills are just as important. You must be able to communicate with other roles, accept and give feedback, analyze problems structurally, and deal openly with mistakes. DevOps lives from trust in the team and in your own processes. What your everyday life might look like as a beginner in a DevOps team. What might your everyday life look like as a beginner in a DevOps team? The work is typically varied, combining technical tasks with collaboration and learning. Each day involves improving systems, supporting deployments, and ensuring stability across environments. In the morning, you start with a short daily stand-up where you coordinate with the team. You discuss current tasks, progress, and potential blockers. These meetings help ensure that development, operations, and infrastructure activities remain aligned and that everyone understands the current priorities. Then, you work on concrete tasks. Maybe you adjust a small script to automate a deployment step, improve a configuration, or update infrastructure settings. Or you help analyze a problem in the pipeline because tests suddenly fail after a code change. Troubleshooting is a regular part of the work, and you learn to investigate issues methodically. In between, you look at monitoring dashboards to see whether errors or unusual metrics occur after a release. You observe system performance, check logs, and verify that services remain stable. This helps you understand how changes affect production environments and teaches you how to detect potential risks early. You learn step by step to know the tools better and understand more and more how code, infrastructure, and processes are connected. Over time, you begin to see the full life cycle of applications, from development to deployment to operation. As your understanding grows, you take on more responsibility, suggest improvements, and contribute your own ideas to optimize workflows and system reliability. Your entry into DevOps, first steps. If you now think, sounds exciting, but where do I start? Here's a simple plan. Step 1. Learn basics of a programming language or scripting tool and Git. Step 2. Look at a typical CI/CD pipeline. Many open source projects give you examples for this. Step 3. Do small experiments with deployments even locally or in test environments. Step 4. Engage with monitoring tools and logs to understand how you recognize problems. What's important, find yourself a focus, for example, more toward development or more toward infrastructure, and use DevOps skills as amplifier, not as replacement for solid basics. Now you know what DevOps really means, how modern IT teams work, and which skills you need for your entry. In the next video, we'll look at how AI tools change the everyday life of IT professionals and where they can concretely help you already today. If you want to see more about DevOps, automation, and modern IT work, subscribe to the channel, activate the bell, and write in the comments which DevOps topics interest you most. Thanks for being here. See you in the next video.